core of the forest, where the sun's rays are a rarity, a transformation takes place. A hunter becomes the hunted. A lush, dense carpet of leaves and undergrowth obscures his connection to the outer world, leaving only the wind's hushed whispers and the occasional concealed calls of unseen wildlife to pierce the intense silence. In this world of towering trees and tangled brambles, a seasoned hunter named John embarks on what he assumes is another ordinary hunting expedition. Our protagonist is a man at one with the natural world. Years spent navigating the wilderness have sharpened his instincts. Countless encounters with the wild have honed his senses. His footfalls barely make a sound. His experienced eyes survey his surroundings with a comfortable familiarity. His hands, rough and calloused, grip the weapon he's handled countless times before. But today the forest seems to breathe differently. An unfamiliar chill lingers in the air. There's a strange tingle down John's spine that he dismissively attributes to a gust of wind. As he delves deeper into the labyrinth of trees, his footprints disappear into the rustling carpet of leaves. John starts to notice disquieting signs that unsettle him. Broken branches scattered sporadically, not the usual handiwork of a deer or a bear, and uncanny sounds that reverberate through the forest, too rhythmic to be merely wind, too persistent to be ignored. He shrugs off this creeping, attributing it to the isolation and the encroaching dusk's sinister shadows. However, as the sun begins its descent, casting an orange and red glow across the sky, an unsettling sensation washes over him. The distinct feeling of being observed, of being trailed. He halts in his tracks, straining his ears for any sound. The forest, once a symphony of natural sounds, now resonates with an eerie silence. His heart pounds like a drum in his chest, with each beat amplified in the heavy silence. The realization slowly dawns on him. Something is amiss. As the final rays of the setting sun vanish, John comprehends a horrific truth. He's not alone in the forest, and the real terror is yet to unfold. In the shroud of night at the very core of the untamed wilderness, the balance of power shifts in a petrifying twist. As the sun's final gleams dissolve in the horizon, our protagonist, Smith, finds himself transitioning from the hunter to the hunted. The once familiar expanse of the woodland now seems foreign and antagonistic, its shadows bloated with an ominous, invisible danger. His heart reverberates in his chest, each rhythm articulating the countdown of his own existence. He perceives it initially, a bass growl, a rustle in the shrubs, spine-chilling noises that make the hairs at the nape of his neck prick up. Smith is not alone. With every crunch of fallen leaves, every crack of a twig under unseen weight, he becomes progressively conscious of being tracked. His senses, sharpened by decades of hunting, shriek warnings of peril. Suddenly, the forest plunges into silence. An uncanny tranquility descends, the world around Smith seemingly inhaling for an impending catastrophe. It's a silence that reverberates louder than any clamor, a silence that prophesies the tempest about to unleash. Then, without warning, it strikes. A horrifying assault from a creature. Smith, taken unawares, is thrust into a desperate fight for survival. Every moment stretches into a lifetime as he combats this unseen predator, its power and ferocity surpassing anything he's ever faced. His weapons, typically saving grace, are now futile against this nocturnal monster. As adrenaline surges through his arteries, fear succumbs to a primal instinct: survival. Using every iota of his strength, Smith manages to wrest himself free from the creature. He stumbles through the woodland, the resounding growl of the creature a distressing echo of his near encounter with death. Bruised and petrified, Smith narrowly escapes, but the spectral memory of his unseen haunts him indefinitely. The forest, once his hunting territory, now serves as a chilling memento of his own frailty. For Smith, the wilderness will forever be tainted. Every shadow, every rustle, permanently imprinted with the memory of the night the prey retaliated. In a land steeped in ancient mysticism, a foreboding warning is disregarded, thus unleashing a horror from a forgotten era. Now we dive deeper into a narrative where audacity clashes with venerable lore. Our tale unfolds around a group of seasoned hunters, bold and audacious, led by a man known as Julius. This group chooses to defy the sacred lands of a native tribe, their bravado overpowering their sense of caution. Echoes of an age-old curse reverberate through the air, yet they arrogantly brush them off as trifling folklore. that will soon cast them into a pit of regret. As they lay out their tents in their newly forged camp, the air around them crackles with an uncanny sensation. The ground beneath their boots, once solid and comforting, now seems to hold secrets from an epoch long past. The breeze, once a soft murmur, now carries with it a forewarning of unknown terrors. The shadows, once benign, now seem to writhe with a life of their own. Even the once overbearing confidence of the hunters, especially Julius, seems to be trickling away into the wind. Every rustle in the undergrowth, every snap of a branch sets their hearts pounding. Their sharp instincts, sharpened over years of tracking and hunting, now scream a terrifying truth. They are no longer the hunters, but the hunted. Haunting apparitions begin to appear, shadows flitting at the edge of their vision, always just out of sight yet ominously present. The whispers become a loud, dissonant chorus, spoken in a language lost to time. The air grows dense with fear. The dread is almost palpable. The hunters, led by a now visibly shaken Julius, huddle together, their boisterous laughter a fading echo. The once jovial camp has transformed into a chilling trap, their exit swallowed by the engulfing darkness. The curse, once scoffed at as a mere figment of the imagination, now feels ominously alive. The hunters, once the apex predators, now resemble terrified prey. The once cherished hunting grounds now resemble a cursed winding labyrinth. As the ashen grip of the curse tightens, the hunters, headed by a desperate Julius, find themselves ensnared in a horrifying game of survival, every step scrutinized, every breath tallied. As the ancient curse takes hold, Julius and his fellow hunters find themselves in a chilling struggle for survival against unseen forces. As the curse tightens its grip, the hunters are plunged into a terrifying struggle for survival. Their laughter, once echoing through the dense forest, is replaced with the chilling silence of dread. One by one, the hunters become the hunted, as vengeful spirits rise from the cursed ground. First, it's Jack, the group's joker. He's found, or rather what's left of him, sprawled at the foot of an ancient tree, his eyes wide open in terror, his last breath stolen in a scream that never saw the light of day. The sight is enough to curdle the blood in their veins, turning their hearts into lead weights. Next, it's Sam, the seasoned hunter and the backbone of the group. His disappearance is even more disturbing. No trace, no body, just the eerie whisper of his name carried on the wind. It's as if the forest itself swallowed him whole. As the group dwindles, their futile attempts to escape become more desperate. The once familiar forest transforms into a labyrinth of fear, the trees standing like silent sentinels watching their panic-stricken dance. The once comforting rustle of leaves now sounds like mocking laughter. And the darkness, oh the darkness, it's alive, reaching out with cold, unseen hands to claim them. The last hunter, Bill, a man of science and reason, finally grasps the enormity of their disrespect. He falls to his knees, not in surrender, but in understanding. He acknowledges the sacred land they have defiled, his voice a broken whisper in the deafening silence. He begs for mercy, not for himself, but for his friends, his brothers in arms. And then, just like that, the forest breathes a sigh of relief. The wind loses its icy edge, the trees stand less menacing, and the darkness recedes, revealing a clear path. Bill, the last man standing, is allowed to leave, the weight of his friends' lives heavy on his shoulders. With respect restored to the sacred grounds, the curse is lifted, but the scars of the ordeal remain. As we delve into the world of hunting, we uncover terrors that lurk in the shadows. Our journey has taken us through tales of unseen hunters, prey that strike back, and cursed grounds that hold unspeakable horrors. Each story, a chilling reminder of the unpredictable and often perilous world of the hunter. In our first tale, we met the unseen hunter, a creature, silent and invisible, stalking its prey with chilling precision. The hunter became the hunted, a chilling turn of events that left us questioning the very nature of the prey-predator dynamic. The lesson here, never underestimate the unseen, for it can often be the most dangerous. Our second story took an unexpected turn when the prey struck back. A reminder that even the most seemingly helpless creatures can pack a deadly punch when cornered. It's a stark reminder of the inherent risks of hunting. After all, in the wild, survival is the only rule, and it applies to all, hunter and hunted alike. Next, we ventured into the cursed grounds, a place where the supernatural intertwines with the natural, creating a chilling cocktail of fear and uncertainty. Here, the hunter was not only battling against the physical challenges of the hunt, but also against unseen forces that lurked in the shadows. It was a stark reminder that some places are best left undisturbed. In our fourth tale, the curse was unleashed. The hunter, once confident and fearless, found his courage tested by forces beyond his comprehension. It was a tale of hubris and the chilling consequences of underestimating the unknown. A lesson that sometimes the greatest dangers are those we fail to respect or understand. Each of these stories serves as a chilling reminder of the inherent risks and unpredictable nature of hunting. They underscore the delicate balance between man and nature, reminding us that when we enter the domain of wild creatures, we are merely visitors. In the heart of darkness, where man is but a visitor, remember, you may be the hunter, but you could just as easily become the hunted.